thought I would do a screenshot tutorial explaining Pinterest because it's very famous at the moment. So here we are. Here's the homepage for Pinterest. Here's my profile. I joined this website about a month ago, and you can see that I've already grown to 191 followers. It's a virtual site that lets you form pin boards, if you like, of various topics that you're interested in. So you can see here I have got a Tuesday food market, which is a hashtag I've started on Twitter to share food market pictures around the world every Tuesday. And basically I'm going to pin any great articles I find on food markets. And also the cool feature with Pinterest is you can actually add contributors to the boards. At this time I don't think you can make it open to anyone, but you would simply go here. You could do edit board, and then it lets you search for various friends who are using Pinterest, and you can add them, and then they can pin to the board too, which is quite a fun idea, really. So one of the articles links to my blog, and it explains what is Tuesday Food Market. So when you click here, you'll see a picture, and you'll click the picture, and it will take you to the link. Most of the pins will link to websites that you've pinned from. This is my blog, Chow and Chatter. However, sometimes they're just images that you can upload. There's also a Pinterest app, which I have on my phone, and you can take pictures and upload just images. So if I go back to my home page, so here's some of my boards here. And also, like Twitter or blog about section, you want to fill in a good about page. So here it tells who I am and what I do, and you can put links to your website, your Twitter feed, your Facebook, and your RSS feed. So it's a great way to build a following around you, your brand, and just to connect with other people, because you can also comment. So here we have a Tuesday Food Market gardening board here, and you can see how many times it's been repinned or spread to other people. That's a good thing here. Cool stuff that I found. This was a kind of neat light show in England that I came across, and it had one weave pin. Let me see if I can find how the comments work here. I'll find something with comments. I mean, obviously, food news and education. There's another one, table design crafts. As a mom, I like to do craft post inspiration. You'll see lots of wonderful posts on Pinterest. I love this one. Tea makes everything better. That's very true for me. You can also like a page, and you can just follow one particular board of somebody you're interested in. You don't have to just follow all of it. You can follow just one board. Entrepreneurship and social media. So you can really pin anything. Here you go. You can see here on this post, I pinned this from one of my favorite bloggers' websites. Somebody already commented, this looks really good. And I just said her blog is wonderful. So you can have an element of conversation and community building around like-minded interests. So say, for example, some sites, let me show you a site here, actually has a pin it button. So if we went to this particular website and you were looking at a recipe perhaps, this has already got an embedded code into the site, so it's easy for pinning. In fact, if you're a blogger or you have a website, I'd highly recommend that you add the pin it code to the bottom of your posts and a link to your site too. So here, this automatically pins it onto your board, and you'll see this on my board. When it's pinned, you'll see it. But however, what would you do if you went on a website and it didn't have a Pinterest board? Well, you add a little booklet here to your site, and I'll show you how to do that. So you would go here, you'd go back to here, you'd go into your account, settings. Oh, that's your profile. Hold on a second, let me just find this a minute. Pin it button. You would click this and you'd add that to your bookmark, and it even has a YouTube clip on how to do it, and a link to the iPhone app too. And these are the codes that you would need for getting for your website. You would choose the one you were interested in, and then you simply cut and paste this code and put it into your website. So let me show you how that pin it button works. Go back to the website. This is an example of a page that doesn't have a pin it button, but you can still pin it. As long as it has an image to pull from, you can pretty much pull from any site. So you'd go to the top here, you'd pin it, and then I've already copied it and it's pulling the title here. You choose the board that you want it in. It's Sardinian inspired recipes, so it's going to go under good food. If it was a travel article, it'd go into travel, and you would pin it. Then it has the capability to tweet your pin. This is a good way to build a following, because when people click that, it's going to take them to your board. And you can change this. So say, for example, you wanted a certain group of people to see it on Twitter. For example, I'm a registered dietitian. If I wanted fellow dietitians to see it, I may tag it RD chat for dietitians to see that. So then you can tweet it here and that will show up in my Twitter stream. So that's a good way for networking there. You can actually see that here. You can see that right here. That's my tweet right there. So that's a really good way. And then if we go back to Pinterest, we should be able to see that I've just pinned this. It will automatically come. Let's look for my board, good food, and there it is. So that's how you pin. Now you can browse either whatever's trending at the moment on the home page. So these are the things which are popular. Say if I like something, that's a little bit strange, they look like spiders. Say for example I scroll down here and I like the look of something. This is a beautiful garden here, it looks like an English country garden right here. So say if I like this, I would go here, I'd go up to the image, I would go repin, and then it's kind of related to gardening. So I'm going to put here, and I'm going to rename this Beautiful Garden. And then that would pin that onto my gardening board. If I wanted to, I could enter a conversation with the person who's pinned it originally. Beautiful garden, oh it's very nice, my dream garden too, such and such like that. Or you could go, depending on the topic you're interested in, and browse through the boards of people related to topics, or the people you follow. This is a feature I personally really like because I typically choose people that have similar interests to me. So I will find things which are of interest to me, mostly related to food and travel. Another beautiful gardening thing there. And you can see here that actually I pinned this morning from the Telegraph, or I think it was the Guardian, different types of pasta and how to cook them. And she's already repinned that via me. So it's a great way to see how your items are being shared. I would put a caution, don't repin from your own blog too often, because that's kind of a little bit of self-promotion. You really want to have a collaboration and be part of the community. One advantage Pinterest has over Facebook is, even long after the fact, if somebody new started following me, they could go to my boards, they could look through here and go, ooh, let's see, there's a video of Rebecca here and talking about how to be an entrepreneur. This could have been posted 3 months ago, but I've just found her site and that's really cool, and I'm going to like it on Facebook and I'm going to tweet it out. And also they could repin it, and it just keeps going on and on.
Everyone. I just attended a business,
like a domino effect. So I think it has some advantages over Facebook. So there's some tips for using Pinterest.
And one of the
Look forward to hearing yours in the
struck me
comments.
as being daft almost. The bottom line was